Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest pick a card reading, which is called How Would a Cat Advise You, or what would a cat tell you about something in your life or your situation. And as you know, if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, my cat often joins me for readings, and I have a great respect and love for cats and just the feline energy. And I think that the cat or feline energy has a lot to say and a lot of wisdom to impart upon us. They've got a different energy field, a different perspective, as do all species and all types of animals. They all have a different perspective. So today I will be channeling the sort of a cat energy, what a cat would think about your particular problem. So look at the three piles. Pile number one, the red flashlight pile. Pile number two, the purple flashlight pile. And pile number three, the green cat toy pile. Alright, so hello pile number one. We've got the red flashlight pile. What would a cat advise you? What would a cat tell you? So let's see, what is it? We've got the magician. Interesting. It's all about, it feels like it's about stepping into your power. But because the magician is very much a major arcana about that. We've got the five of swords. Interesting. And nine of wands. And the ace of cups. Interesting. I seem to be getting, so this is the red flashlight pile. So I'm getting that, and it's interesting because red is about, it's the same color. We've got the red flashlight pile, and it's about, it seems to be about stepping into your power. It seems to be about stepping into your power. With the magician is very much about um, being a powerful creator. But I'm getting, that's the very first card. It's a major arcana. But then we've also got the five of swords, a minor arcana. And it's like, and the five of swords, what I get with that is don't allow people to take away your power. We've got this, you see, you've got this guy right here, and he's just like sort of a, like I always think about this as like my sociopath card sometimes, right? Because it's like this guy is like wielding a sword over here, and he's kind of like, looks like he was gonna like kill him or something, right? So the five of sword has that, there's that sort of energy. So it's sort of like, don't allow people like this, people that are like sort of invasive or aggressive, to take away your power. Your red is like the root chakra, about power, and magician is about power. Like you see, he's got all these tools and he's creating. So don't allow people to, because my sense is that you sometimes have overpowering, dominating people in your life. Maybe narcissists, maybe not, but it's like they sort of, they have their idea about what's good for you. They have their idea about where you should put your power, what direction you should go on, so on and so forth. But I'm hearing, no, you need to be like the nine of wands character over here, who's completes his project, who stands in his own, because that's nine of wands. It's nine of wands too. They're both cards of like nine of wands is almost completion, but being strong, holding the line, almost there. It's the almost there card, but don't allow, it's a kind of, in the other deck, like I combined two decks, you can see he kind of has this defensive look on his face. Here it doesn't show it that much, but it's sort of like an energy of defending yourself. Yeah, the seven and the nine of wands are very much about that, but about defending yourself, about like just standing in your own power, not being afraid to stand up for yourself. And also I'm hearing that because you're around people that are kind of domineering, that it's hard for you to express your emotions because you may not have, shall we say, safe, sensitive people in your life. So I'm hearing that you need to have at least one or two friends in your life that are safe or sensitive, and that are kind of a different energy than you may have in your life right now. So I'm hearing to find those people, and to basically to find them now, those kind of people, and to like to stand in your own power is the most important thing. Let me see if I can get some wisdom cards from this deck. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting make necessary sacrifices too. So I'm hearing that you need to sort of sift through the wheat and the chaff about what you want to have in your life and to make necessary sacrifices. The creative no. I'm saying you need to know. So what I'm getting with makes this is necessary sacrifices. She's throwing out some things and she's keeping some. That's what I'm hearing. She's throwing out some things and she's keeping others. So I'm getting that that you're basically you need to you need to um, sift out what is serving you and what is not, and say no to what is not serving you. She's saying yes to three of those flowers, but she's saying no to three of them. So it's like you need to say no to that what you don't want in your life and say yes to what you do. Interesting. And I've also got the I'm gonna go to the Gypsy Oracle deck and see. I got three from the bottom. I shuffled and I got three from the bottom. Let's see what we get there. We've got thief. Interesting. So I'm hearing, don't let people thief from you. Don't let people take your time or your energy in particular. That's what I'm hearing. Don't allow people to invade your space, your time or your energy. And what I'm hearing from that is cats. They never, because we're channeling the cat collective, and it's like cats would never allow someone to steal from them. They would swat them. They would, oh, so they would say like, no, I'm not going to allow you to invade my territory. I'm being brought to a cat, the cat energy, right? Anyone who knows the cat energy, cats are not afraid to say no. I don't know that they're not necessarily about making sacrifices, but they're very much about being clear about what their cat. A cat is very clear about what they want and what they don't want. A cat is very clear about what they want and what they don't want, and they have no cats have no qualms about saying no to something. If something is not good for them, they have a keen awareness about that, and they don't think twice. They just say nope. They'll either give you a swat, or even worse, a bite, or they'll walk away. Nope, I don't want this. I don't want that, and I don't want that. So I'm not going to put up with it. And bye, they say no. They have no trouble saying no. Let's see what else. Young woman. So I'm hearing that you need to almost, that's what I'm hearing, your trauma, like either when you were younger or a child or some sort of connection. You have to heal the trauma, and the cat, like a cat would say, um stick up for yourself always. That's what a cat would say. Stick up for yourself always. Feel the energy of your power. Do not be afraid to pounce when when it is need be, and do not be afraid to. But yeah, I'm getting it. You need to get rid of some trauma of some stuff that happened when you were a younger person or a younger woman or a younger person in general. If you're male, yeah, something happened where you were younger, and it could go all the way to childhood. So it also could go be like, I don't know, a couple years ago, something earlier in the state of time. And also, and the cat would say, do not allow anyone to thieve from you. Don't ever allow anyone to thieve from you. Interesting. I'm gonna get another card from the wisdom deck here, and let's see. A cheerful expression brings joy to the heart, and good news give health to the bones. So, I'm hearing that, like, I'm hearing from this is that cats. I'm getting the energy of a cat. They're always in balance. Like they'll sleep. I'm hearing from this. They'll sleep and then they'll be by themselves. They'll be with other people, but they have no trouble accessing their own inner wisdom and of what they should do next, completely irrespective of what other people think. Like a cat, you don't even try to mess up a cat's schedule. They'll sleep when they want to. They have no guilt, no f's given. No, I better not swear on YouTube. I hear that's that's not acceptable anymore. But yeah, no F's given. They'll decide, no, I'm gonna sleep now, I'm gonna play now. Like, they'll, if you don't know, if you've ever played with a cat, they'll decide, nope, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm not gonna do this. I'm done. And they don't really care how you feel about it. They are completely aligned with their inner compass, their own inner, not even inner knowing, but their own inner, like, like knowing of what is best for them. They'll do it next, and it's irrespective of other people's opinion. They're they have no trouble stepping into their power, but they don't even think of it as stepping into their power. With a magician, that's who they are. It's like they don't even need to think about it, and I'm hearing that's what a cat would tell you. Just step into your power, and just don't even think about it. Just run on instinct about what you're to do, and don't allow these people. Just swat these people, these five of sword people that want to, you know, control you or invade your space or tell you what to do. Just swat them away, or you don't even have to swat them. You can just walk away and just pretend that they don't exist. That's what I'm hearing for the cat. So that's all we've got for pile number one. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the wisdom that a cat would tell you. And yeah, so I give it a like or like if comment if it resonated. Um, Also, you want to check out my other videos. I have videos on cats, astrology, narcissistic abuse, a lot of other subjects. So if you want to check that out and see if it's worth it for you to subscribe, like, check that out in my playlist section. Check out my other videos and see if you would appreciate the other offerings that I have on this channel. And yeah, that's all we've got for this reading. I hope you enjoyed that, and have a good day. Hello, pile number two, the purple flashlight. For what would a cat tell you? What would a cat advise you about your life, your situation, just something in general? We're connecting with the cat energy that is the most appropriate to your life right now. So we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. Interesting. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting, because they're all reversed so far. The Three of Cups upright, and Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Seven of Cups upright. So what I'm getting from this is that, let's focus first on the upright cards. We've got four cards. Oh wow, and there are two of the knights are in reverse. So interesting. So that's very significant. So yeah, make sure all the cards in the frame. Let's see so the purple flashlight pile. What would the cat kingdom or a cat? What would a cat energy? The generalized, cat energy, right? What would it say to you? And what would it advise you about something in your life, your situation, whatever it be? Let's tune into the cat wisdom energy now. Okay, so I'm focusing first on the two upright cards. So I'm getting the Three of Cups upright. It's sort of like the party card. It's all about partying and about creating fun in your life. And I'm hearing that with the Seven of Cups upright, it's like you don't know exactly how to have fun in a proper way. That's an interesting word that I got. Like, or is there difficulty finding the balance of finding that sort of what I'm getting is that you don't know how to find a balance of true joy. That's what I got, true joy in your life, right? Because the Seven of Cups is about deciding, right? It's like deciding, and we've also got the Three of Cups upright. So it's sort of like, and I'm hearing that you're trying with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You're trying to move away from something, but like it could be some sort of habit. It could be some sort of negative habit, negative people, negative energy. But it's like you don't know what to move towards. That's what I'm hearing. You're moving away from something because the Knights are about movement. And we've got two Knights here, and they're both in reverse. The Knight of Cups is about emotion, and the Knight of Pentacles is about kind of work, what you solidify in this reality. But you really want to move away from something, but you don't really know what to move towards, or how that, and I hear, and it's interesting, I hear in some cases, and it's an interesting message I just got, that you're totally, something happened where you're totally against having any fun. Interesting. Like maybe you feel guilt in some cases, maybe because you feel like you had too much fun or something with the Three of Cups. And it's like you're trying to, this is what I'm hearing, it's like you're trying to be spiritual. Like the purple flashlight is a very spiritual card. We've got that, spiritual energy here. But it's sort of like I'm hearing that you went on a spiritual path, but it's like now you don't really know how to have fun. And I'm hearing that the cat energy wants to tell you that having fun is the most important thing. So it's interesting. I'm being drawn to the Knight of Pentacles, and that's what they would say. Say ultimately, right? And it's like, and it sounds like a funny thing to say, and it's not necessarily hedonistic, but it's sort of like we've got, interesting, we've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, a Ten of Pentacles of reverse. It's sort of like you want to move away from, it's the Ten of Pentacles is about creating ultimate wealth, and it's sort of like in some cases you want to go away from partying, but in other ways you feel almost like disgusted by money and people's attachment away from it, and you kind of want to move away from some sort of energies. You feel defensive about these energies, whether it's partying, whether it's excessive wealth or excessive something. It's like you want to find your spiritual energies and you want to move away from it. So the Cat Collective is saying maybe you can look at this thing you want, that you find so almost abhorrent, or something you really, not abhorrent, but yeah, sometimes abhorrent, and sometimes you really want to move away from it. You really want to move away from it immensely. Like you really have this energy of, I want to get away from this. I really want to find my spiritual center. But I'm hearing you can have your cake and eat it too. You can have your cake and eat it too, a cat would say. And say, do not, a cat says, we always have fun. Cats always, whether they're outside, whether they're indoors, they always have fun. And that's is ultimately, no matter if you're going on a journey inward, a spiritual journey, a journey to get away from something, negative, or you've seen this energy as whether it's I don't know, the word like too much cocaine and partying, right? Because that's going to be the negative aspect of this card, and you seem to want to move away from this wealth, too much sort of excessive spending or excessive obsession with wealth. It's like you want to find this spiritual energy, or maybe you've been around people that are like this and you really want to get away from this. But I'm hearing, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Don't totally have this black and white thinking. You may want to have this black and white thinking for a while, but the Cat Collective says that, or the cat, like cat energy in general, says, don't be afraid to have fun. You just maybe in some cases you just may need to you may need to know how to have fun in a different way. And you could, I'm hearing it's almost like this spiritual energy of like, I can either have fun or be spiritual. I could either have wealth or have fun. Or I can either, and it's like you may not know that you have this energies. I can either be around these people or not. And as I'm hearing, to find this balance point, this, like cats know how to find, they know how to have fun. They're always, that's their main objective, if you haven't noticed, is to, to have fun, or to, always, sort of partake in pleasure is their fun. And then here, do not be afraid to partake in healthy pleasures, because you have seen so much unhealthiness, or maybe engaged in so much unhealthiness in the past. Like, do not be, like, it's kind of a balance between, like, I got the, like, I don't know, like healthy, like energies between, various indulgences, right? I don't want to like go into it, because I don't want to like trigger you any YouTube algorithm or anything, but like just like just finding the healthy balance between these enjoyment and spirituality, and know that there's nothing, that the Cat Collective would say, there's nothing wrong with enjoyment. In fact, they would say that that's ultimately um, the ultimate objective is to up level and have a higher level of enjoyment at life. And yeah, that's what they would say to you. They would say that it would be the objective would be to have a healthy a healthier engagement, and you need to decide that yourself. But I'm hearing that maybe you feel like your compass, you feel like you this lack of self-trust, that you can't decide which is the right cup for you, which is the right choice, and it's like you're almost afraid to go back, so afraid to go back to, it's like you're almost too afraid to go back to an unhealthy way of being, so much so that you're like, well, I won't decide on anything at all. I'll just go in a completely different direction, and I'll avoid anything of that nature, whether it's money or sex or partying or a certain kind of people. You're like, no, I'm going to go in a totally different direction. And I hear that the cat says you just need to release guilt and shame and find your own spiritual equilibrium again. That's what I hear. I hear they need to find your own spiritual equilibrium again. Enemy, and I'm hearing don't feel that there's a constant enemy within again. You need to make peace with yourself. And I know that sounds like a trite thing, but it's more important than ever. I'm hearing that you find peace within yourself, that you find that sort of central balance point of knowing that you can make the right choice. And I'm hearing, okay, what would a cat tell you? So, in terms of making a choice, I hear, I'm hearing 3 months down the line, or something about that 3 months down the line, how would you feel about this choice? And I hear, like, the cats, they live in the now, but they also, cats, I'm getting in perspective of cat energy in general. They live in the now, they very much live in the now, but they're very smart, and they actually do think of the future as well, too. It's interesting, because I never thought of cats so much as thinking, but they do have a sense of time, I'm hearing. Cats have a very much a sense of time about the future. They're frivolous and they're not frivolous, I hear. Like they kind of have an energy of soaking up all life has to offer. But I'm getting this energy of cats. I'm getting hearing that cats, at least on this earth plane, yeah, I'm hearing other places as well too. They very much have a understanding of time, but they're not afraid to be frivolous, but they're not frivolous either. So they very much know about they know about time as well too. Like they're very acutely aware of that, but not to the point that they don't live in the moment. They're always at peace with time. They're always at peace with the future. They live in that, but they know stuff. I'm hearing that cats really know stuff, and I hear that cats know how to generate their own love. That's interesting. Cats know how to immediately generate their own love. They connect to that inner self love, and they can do that. I'm hearing that cats are not codependent. They can attach to love and a spiritual energy wherever they are. I'm hearing like even cats on the street, they never lose that sense of love with a connection with source. I'm hearing they don't lose that humans, they don't have all this mental, and I'm hearing that you have a lot of mental machinations and guilt about like what you engaged in the past or something like that. There's a lot of guilt, and I'm hearing cats do not engage in guilt. They feel connected to their inner source of love always. I hear just feel the energies of a cat's purrs, and that a purr of cats, and you will know that energy connects them um, to source at all times. Whenever they feel disconnected, I hear they purr, and that is just such a energy that connects them to source immediately. So I'm hearing, yeah, feel the energy of a cat's purrs, even if you have a cat, like very much the purring, the constant purring energy. That is what you need to bring into your life. That's an interesting thing to say, that you need to bring a purring cat energy into your life. But I hear that's what you need to bring in now. Interesting. So yeah, and allow a cat guide to teach you. You may have a cat in your life, a cat, I hear a past cat, like a cat that has passed on, and allow in that some cases that, or I hear even a cat guide from when you were young. A cat guide is in your life that is ready and willing to help you find that sense of equilibrium, that sense of equilibrium. A cat will help you. Just shuffling these cards. So yeah, help to get that equilibrium. So a cat will help you come into balance with that area in your life. So yeah, so um, give it a like, a comment if you feel that this resonated. Um, yeah, and I just see this. I just saw one more image of a cat saying hi. A cat wants to say hi to you, that you know when you were young, or even from a past life. It may be a cat that wants to come into your life, but it says hi. A cat says hi. A cat that you've known, that you have known in a past life, or that you will know, says hi. Interesting. And so yeah, so check out my. That's all we got, I believe, for pile number 2. Check out my videos. We've got playlist section, and and then yeah, see what's in there. Like, see if it's worth it for you to subscribe. I've got the astrology section on cats, dream analysis, narcissistic abuse healing, um, just soulmates. Very very of just a different. Or various different types of reading. So check that out in the playlist section and see if it's interesting to you, and see if you maybe would like to subscribe. So that was all for pile number 2. Now it is time for pile number 3, the green flashlight, or the green cat toy um, pile. So we've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Oh no, the Four of Wands in reverse. But I said Four of Pentacles, so maybe that's relevant too. So we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the King of Cups. Interesting. King of Cups. I like this King of Cups. He feels very emotionally nourished. And the Ten of Cups. Interesting. And then the Knight of Wands. So the Ten of Cups surrounded by the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm hearing that what from this that a cat wants to tell you that, like this ball right here, that what you want, what you seek, is right there for you. I feel like there's a sense of the camera. Sorry about that. Sorry about that little tilt in the camera. I'll just make sure I'll make sure they're all in the frame. That it's all in the frame. I'll move these cards over a little bit, but my sense is you feel hemmed in, by waiting. But I hear that you do not need to wait any longer. I hear that your emotions are finally being balanced. I'm hearing that they've been, like, our emotions have not been very balanced in the past. I'm hearing with the cat, and it's sort of between giving and receiving has been imbalanced. But it's not even that. Your emotions have been imbalanced. You have not felt a sense of stability. I'm hearing you have not, like, because it's like we've got all these cards here. We've got waited the Seven of Pentacles. He's kind of waiting for his crops here, and this is sort of a lack of stability. So it's sort of like you feel like you're waiting for a lack of stability. I'm also hearing that it's almost like feel like you're always waiting for the ball to drop. You don't feel a sense of safety and security within yourself. And I'm hearing that you just need to have a little bit of a different perspective in regards to creating what you want in your life. I'm hearing that don't be afraid to move towards what is yours. I hear do not be afraid to move toward. I hear then with a Knight of Wands, because that character, character in the Knight of Wands, he moves towards what he wants with power and speed. And I'm getting an image of the cat. You know, when a cat, they a ball. You throw a ball for them, and then they just uh, they move towards a ball, right? And it's sort of like, don't be afraid to move towards don't be afraid to move towards what you want with power and energy and confidence. Like when you throw like a cat will pounce, and I'm getting the image of a cat, the power of a cat pouncing for what they want, or pouncing on a mouse. That's an image I'm getting too. But also they'll pounce on a, a cat toy as well, just like this cat toy right here. So it's sort of like, yeah, do not be afraid to pounce on what you want, and and also I'm hearing, because you may be afraid, like, because I'm getting the sense is that sometimes I'm hearing sometimes when you move towards what you've wanted in the past, it hasn't gone well. I'm hearing like it hasn't gone well. You've had either a sense of insecurity, or you felt like you've moved towards, or it's wrong, or your emotions were wrong. So it's almost like this fear of moving towards what you want, but therefore you feel impatient. You want what you want. You want stability. But I'm hearing something too, like it's like you want stability. You want to move towards what you want. But I'm hearing that, what a cat. I'm trying to get the cat and the cat message. Okay, um, do what you love always, and when you are balanced in your heart, I hear that you have not been balanced in your heart, and that's why it has been hard for you to have what you truly want. I hear you have not been balanced in your heart. There's been a very, like a very almost imbalanced heart energy. And I'm hearing that once you feel your heart again, you will truly know what it is you want, and you will feel confident to move forward. And then you can, like, because I'm hearing that a cat, they are confident about what they want. They always are confident in what they want because they're always connected to source. I hear, and they don't even think, because they know that they're connected to source. They know that their heart is always connected to source. They know how to connect to source at all times. So therefore, any kind of movement is, they're confident in it. They're confident in their movements. Movement to a mouse, movement towards a cat toy, because they always know they always know that they're divinely guarded, to the point, because they're connected to their heart, because they're connected to their source. Right here, you see this energy right here, the rainbows. The person, that girl up there is connected to source. They don't think much. And I'm being brought to the idea of how cats, they don't seem attached. And it's like I'm hearing that it's not that they're not attached, they are attached. It's just that they're just so they're so connected to their heart, that they move towards things in such a cohesive manner that it seems sometimes that they're not attached, but they are attached to what they want. But they're just so connected to their emotions, connected to their heart, connected to their source, like the King of Emotions, the King of Cups right here, that they that there's no gap between what they want and who they are. That's what I'm being called to hear about the cat game. There's no gap between who a cat is and what they want, and then between a cat and their source. So they have no they have no qualms about. They don't even think about it. They move towards it because they're so connected to source. They're so connected to the natural ways of how things are. And I'm hearing sometimes, like, when they get in our business, they become a little bit less connected, but not much. They not much. They're still very connected to source. So they go through that they want. So here you need to learn you need to learn to embody the energy of a cat's power and confidence when you move towards what you want. Just like a cat moves towards their prey with pure confidence, knowing that everything that they want is theirs. That's what you need to embody in your life, the pure confidence of a cat. I'm hearing even just watching a cat, like, video of a cat stalking its prey or moving towards what it wants with such power and precision. That kind of energy will help you know that everything you want is yours. Everything that you want is yours. And not, the cat doesn't have a lack mentality because they're constantly, yeah, I'm highlighting lack mentality. A cat does not have a lack mentality because they know that they're constantly connected to source. Interesting. See if I can get another. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 from the bottom. Let's see what we got. Interesting. Correct your mistakes. That's an interesting thing. Interesting thing. So I'm hearing that take a step back. So I'm kind of getting more the energy of take a step back. And I'm hearing that you may feel like you made mistakes, but you haven't really made a you haven't I'm hearing you haven't really made this mistake that you think you have had. And I hear whatever you feel that you've done wrong, shake it off like a cat. Shake it off like a cat. Take a step back. And you know when a cat does that thing where they're just sort of like, oh, bye. They just walk away and they don't even seem to think. They're just so connected to a sense of just, they almost have a sense of haughtiness to them sometimes, right? Someone would say that the cat almost has a sense of haughtiness. They decide, no, I'm not, I'm not, um, I'm not going to put up with it. So I'm hearing don't release your guilt about what you perceive as your mistakes, which are not really mistakes. And I'm hearing a cat never ever feels like they make mistakes ever. They don't feel the guilt that humans feel. They don't have that generally. I'm hearing like 99% of the cases. Like there may be like a couple of neurotic cats that feel, guilt, but mostly they don't, and they just take a step back and they go, oh, next, and they do that thing like that swish of their tail, and they just walk on and just decide, no, I'm just, that's done. They don't have the guilt that we have, are afflicted. Some would say afflicted with, like it's quite an affliction sometimes. So they just decide. So embody the peace, the movement, the power, the confidence, and also they want to highlight this: the lack of guilt, the lack of just emotional affliction and pain, and just regret and shame of that humans have. The cat, I think this energy is the cat saying, come play with me and forget all of that and just find the lightness in your heart. Take a step back. If you need be, go on a different course, but don't feel a sense of guilt. Just flick your tail like we do. Move, go in a different direction, and release any of those dark emotions. We don't have time for those dark. And they're saying we don't have. A cat does not have time for those dark emotions, and neither should you. Interesting. A cat does not have time for those emotions, and neither should you. Interesting. So that's what we've got for pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed that. Um, I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, maybe give it a like, comment if it resonates. Check out my playlist section as well. See if there's any other readings that resonate with you. If you want to subscribe, I've got readings on karma, cats, past lives, narcissistic abuse healing, dream analysis, and a whole bunch of different other subjects. So check that out and see if it's worth it for you to subscribe. And yeah, have a good day. And have a good day where you feel the energy of the wisdom that the cat energy has imbued in this reading. All right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.